Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. All right, folks, let's talk about this wild matchup, Kattar versus Youssef Zalal. Now, if you told me a year ago that Kattar would be a plus 325 underdog to anyone not named Max Holloway or Alexander Volkanovski, I'd have checked your drink for something stronger than caffeine. But here we are, and Youssef, the Moroccan devil Zalal, is sitting pretty as a minus 450 favorite. So, how did we get here? Let's break it down. Kattar, the Boston finisher. Kattar comes into this fight as a massive plus 325 underdog with a record of 23-8. Now I get it, Kattar's been on a rough stretch lately, but I didn't think we were at the Vegas has completely lost faith in him stage just yet. This is a guy who was once considered one of the best boxers in the division, known for his slick jab, nasty uppercuts, and an absurd ability to eat damage. And by absurd, I mean actual madness. The Max Holloway fight alone took at least 5 years off his life. And that was before he went to war with Josh Emmett and blew out his knee against Arnold Allen. And that's the real concern here. Kattar is coming off a torn ACL. He's 36 years old. He relies on his footwork, his rhythm, and his ability to pressure guys with crisp combinations. But if his movement isn't back to 100%, he's going to have a serious problem against a guy like Zalal, who thrives on speed and lateral movement. Now, Kattar still has power, and if Zalal stands in front of him too long, Calvin can absolutely turn his lights out. But that's a big if. His recent fights have shown that he struggles with guys who are faster and more unpredictable, and his durability isn't what it used to be. The old Kattar could walk through fire and still be dangerous. The current Kattar, he's more of a question mark than ever. Youssef, the Moroccan devil. Zalal, on the other hand, comes in as a massive minus 450 favorite with a record of 16-5. And let's be real, this is not the same Zalal that first entered the UFC. The version of him that went to a bunch of decisions and got cut, that guy's gone. Since coming back, Zalal has looked sharper, faster, and way more confident. He's cleaned up his striking, improved his wrestling, and finally figured out how to put everything together in a way that actually wins fights. His biggest weapon here is his movement. Zalal is constantly bouncing in and out, throwing different looks and making it incredibly difficult for opponents to time him. If Kattar's knee isn't fully healed, Zalal is going to exploit that all night long. He's also got the option to mix in takedowns, which could be a huge factor if he doesn't want to take any risks on the feet. Kattar has solid takedown defense, but Zalal isn't the type to shoot just for the sake of it. He times his entries well and chains them together, which could wear on an aging Kattar over 3 rounds. The main concern with Zalal is whether he fights smart. If he sticks to his usual game, lots of movement, fast combinations, and well-timed takedowns, he should win this comfortably. But if he gets reckless and decides to trade in the pocket, Kattar will have his chances. So, who wins? Look, I love Kattar. The guy is one of the toughest, most entertaining fighters we've seen in the featherweight division. But this isn't the same Kattar from a few years ago. The wars, the injuries, and the time off have all added up. If he shows up looking slow, Zalal is going to run circles around him. Now, could Kattar turn back the clock and land something big? Absolutely, but I wouldn't bet on it. Zalal has too many advantages. He's younger, faster, and way less battle-worn. If he fights smart, he should be able to outpoint Kattar and maybe even mix in some wrestling to make it even clearer on the scorecards. Official pick, Youssef Zalal. I'm taking Zalal here. I think his speed and movement will be too much, and unless Kattar finds a miracle shot, Zalal should cruise to a decision win. If Kattar proves me wrong, hey, I'll eat my words. But right now, I'm rolling with the Moroccan devil. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.